Fingers crossed that fingers crossed it's not insane for you. All right, everyone, let's start in child's pose. And since I am a little late, I'm going to go a little heavy. I mean, I always go overtime. But as y'all know, you can leave whenever you want. But I hope you stay the entire time because we're going to have fun today. We're going to work on hips and shoulders just so that we can work out any kinks as we go into the weekend. As you know, I talk about it all the time. Our hips, our shoulders, our places, our hot spots for tension to live. So as we work on opening those parts of our body, you're going to start to feel more open, more free. And the best way to find that freedom, you start with your breath. Hi, Busy. I'm going to mute everybody's mics now so that when you all exhale right now, no one can hear you. Make it a really loud exhale. If you feel like you've had a long week, if you feel like there's something weighing you down, you can always use your breath to bring peace to your mind so that the rest of your body can feel the same way. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let it go, sigh it out. Before we start to move, think about what's going to motivate you for the next 45 minutes. As I already mentioned, we're working on our shoulders and our hips. So as we go from movement to movement, think about what you're working as you work them, or think about the muscles that you're working as you work them so that you can be more in touch with your body and get the most out of those movements. Like we've been doing for the past couple of days, I'm going to play around with the pacing. So let's have some fun with that. On your next inhale, start to rock your head from side to side to warm up your neck. Take your knees just a little bit farther apart. Squeeze your glutes, send love, send energy to your inner thighs. Try to bring your hips closer to your heels and walk your fingertips towards the top of your mat. Now your spine is lengthening as well as the sides of your body. Take a deep breath in. And then on your exhale, bring your hips back towards your heels just a little bit more. Visualize your chest dropping closer to the ground. And then release by going into the slowest tabletop you can manage. So just press your hands into the ground, round your back. Start to wiggle your knees inward so that they are underneath your hips. Nice control, Anna. Keep your wrists under your shoulders. And then start to tuck your chin into your chest so that the back of your neck opens up. We're going to hang out in cat for 2 rounds of breath. Tuck your tailbone under, suck your stomach in. Inhale. Exhale, round your back a little bit more. Stay for 1 more cycle of breath. On this exhale, pull your belly button into your spine. Visualize your shoulder blades peeling apart. Nice, Alicia. Inhale, drop your stomach, cow pose. We're going to hold this for 2 cycles also. So your eyes, your tailbone is lifting. Inhale. Exhale, through your knees into the ground. 1 more round of breath. Exhale, sigh it out. Then return to your neutral tabletop. From here, move your hips from side to side. Plant your hands into the ground, spread your fingertips wide, and then stop in the middle. You're going to just straighten out your left leg, dig your left toes into the mat. The back of your left leg is going to open up. So press your toes into the ground. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, lift your left foot off of the floor. Now you can do it, Carrie. Now your heel is in line with your hip. On your next exhale, cross your left foot behind your right. Yes. So your left toes are still on the, or they're going to be on the ground now, but you're crossing so that your left foot crosses around your right calf muscle. Yes, you've got it. All right, keep your neck in line with your spine. Now, as you press your toes into the ground, feel your calf muscle open, your hamstrings lengthen. Stay here for 1 inhale. On your exhale, bring your left knee to your left elbow, tap it. Inhale, go back to where you were. Cross your left thigh around your right calf muscle. Dig your toes into the mat. Feel the left side of your body open. Deep breath in. On your exhale, bring your left knee to your left elbow. Tap it. This is your last one. Inhale, bring your left foot to the right side of your mat. Keep your shoulders and your hips square to the ground. Press your hands into the floor. Feel the left side of your body open. And then as you exhale, bring your left knee to your left elbow. Tap it. And then release. Bring your left knee back down to the ground. Straighten out your right leg. Dig your toes into the mat. Engage your quads. Send love to the back of your right leg. And then on your inhale, lift your right foot off of the mat. Point your toes. Go for the length, the engagement. And then release by crossing your right foot behind your left. So you're back at that diagonal. Square your shoulders in line with your wrists. Send love to the right side of your body. You're lengthening the right side. On your next exhale, right knee goes to your right elbow. Tap it. Inhale, bring your right foot behind your left leg. Dig your toes into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, right knee goes to your right elbow. Really good, everyone. Inhale, bring your right foot behind your leg. Toes are digging into the mat, round your upper back, tuck your chin in. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow, hold it. And then release, bring your right knee down to the floor. You're back in your tabletop, tuck your toes. On your exhale, straighten out your legs, downward dog. Bring your chest closer to your thighs, sway your hips. Feel your leg muscles open, warm up, strengthen. Start to create heat in your body by breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. On your next inhale, roll the weight to your toes, lift your heels high. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, go into your tabletop plank. Awesome. So knees are going to hover an inch off of the ground. Straighten out your arms around your upper back. Exhale, downward dog. Lift your hips, ground your heels. Inhale, lift your heels off of the mat. Exhale, bend your knees, tabletop. Knees are hovering, arms are straight, looking good, Carrie. Stay for one more inhale. Exhale, straighten out your legs, downward dog. One more. Look forward, bend your knees, drop your knees down so that they hover, suck your stomach in, bring your hips closer to your heels, straighten out your arms. This is actually bear pose. All right, exhale, downward dog. Lift your hips, ground your heels. And then as you look forward, bend your knees, walk to the top of your mat. Keep your feet hip width distance apart. Grab opposite elbows, sway from side to side. Feel your spine decompress. The back of your neck is opening. Visualize the crown of your head touching the mat. And then release by dropping your hands down. Go right into gorilla so that you can warm up your hands, loosen up your wrists. Put more pressure on your wrists with your big toe, your pinky toe, rock from side to side. Feel your spine, your hamstrings lengthen. And then release. Flip your hands, bend your knees, and then roll up to standing. Once you get there, sweep your arms up, grab opposite elbows. And then as you exhale, take your elbows to the right, push your hips to the left. Feel the left side of your body open. You look really good, Selena. Keep pushing your hips like you're gonna touch Dario. And then now Dario, bring your left hip forward. Keep your heels grounded, your thighs tight. Release, come back up to the center. As you inhale, reach your elbows up higher so that your spine lengthens. Take your elbows to the left, push your hips to the right. Ground both of your feet firmly into the mat. Squeeze your glutes down. Let me see your quads flex. Yep. Feel the right side of your body open up. And then release. Come back to the center. On your exhale, swan dive. Hinge at your hips. Come down. Go into your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands. Step back into your plank for 10 seconds of plank marches. So you're just going to bring one heel up at a time. You're just going to bring your heels up to hip height. Beautiful, everyone. Keep your arms long and strong. Triceps tight. And your last 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga, shift forward, bend your elbows back. Drop your hips down to the floor, open up your chest, relax your shoulders. Downward dog, lift your hips. Ground your heels as you exhale, plant your hands into the mat. Look forward, bend your knees, walk, step, or jump to the top. Go into your halfway lift. I'm gonna pick up the pace, exhale, forward fold, and then reverse swan dive. Sweep your arms up, grab opposite elbows again. So go for that lift, the length. As you exhale, take your elbows to the right, push your hips to the left. Make it uncomfortable along your rib cage and your left side hip. Release by coming back up to the center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take your elbows to the left, push your hips to the right, engage your thighs, your hips, your glutes. Release. Come back to the middle, swan dive, hinge at your hips. Lead with your heart. Go into your halfway lift. As you exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step back into your plank. More plank marches. 15 seconds here. Every time your heel lifts, squeeze and engage your thighs. 10 more seconds to go. You can go fast or slow. Just make sure you're exhaling every time a heel comes up. Down to 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga, shift forward, bend your elbows. And then as you go into your backward bend, open up your chest, relax your shoulders. Nice, release, downward dog, bring your hips up, ground your heels. One more, look forward. Bend your knees, walk, step, or jump to the top. Go into your halfway lift. As you exhale, forward fold, sweep your arms up, grab opposite elbows. Now this time, take your elbows towards the back of your mat. Feel your heart open up to the top. Then take your elbows to the right. Push your hips to the left. Push even more. Keep your feet grounded. Open up your chest. Bring your right shoulder forward, Alicia. 3 inches, right shoulder forward, 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 forward. Perfect. Release. Come back up to the middle. Take a deep breath in. Lengthen your spine. Keep the length. Exhale. Take your elbows to the left. Push your hips all the way to the right. There you go. You adjusted yourself perfectly. Left shoulder forward a little bit more, Alicia. And now keep pushing your hips towards the TV for 3, 2, 1. Release. Come back up. Exhale, swan dive. Hi, Carol. Hinge at your hips. Drop your head down. Go into your halfway lift. As you exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, plank it out, 20 seconds. Those marches. Keep your feet flexed so that your hamstrings open and you're forcing your quads to tighten and strengthen. Again, your heels are only coming up to hip height. You've got it. Eyes are down at the mat, right in between your hands. You're down to your last 6. Pull your belly into your spine to protect your lower back for 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga, shift forward. Bend your elbows back, open up your chest, squeeze your glutes, lengthen your spine. Nice, busy. Release into your downward dog. High Dutch, bring your hips up. Ground your heels, take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Drop down to your knees for hero's pose. Hips are on your heels, your shoulders are gonna stack over your hips. If you need water, this is a good time. If not, start by interlocking all 10 fingers behind your back. Squeeze your palms together. Open up your chest. Keep your spine long. So if you're drinking water, that's totally cool. Always remember you can drink water whenever you need it. If you're going into this grip already, squeeze your palms together. Drive your knuckles down to the mat. Bring your heart to the top of your mat. Dario and friends, you look beautiful and relaxed. Take a deep breath in, lift your chin. On your exhale, take your thumbs away from your tailbone. Feel your chest open up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. For even more heat, engage your triceps, drive your knuckles down to the ground. Take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, hinge at your hips. Come down, maybe your stomach rests on your thighs. Maybe your forehead rests on the ground, or if your dog is in front of you, your forehead will rest on your dog. Thank you, Dutch. Stay for one more cycle of breath. Release by lifting back up. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Sweep your arms up. Lengthen your spine. As you exhale, plant your hands down. Tuck your toes. Go into your downward dog. Lift your hips. Ground your heels. Walk it out. Sway your hips from side to side. And then stop in the center. As you inhale, sweep up your right leg, then bend your right knee. Point your toes down. Let's draw circles with our knee to get into our hips. You're gonna go in one direction for 3 circles. Go in the opposite direction for the sake of #balance. When you're done with your 6, continue to point your knee up, but it's a static hold this time. Point your toes down to the mat. Everyone drop your right shoulder. Right side rib cage is opening. Your eyes are down at the floor. Try to drive your left heel into the mat. Stay for one more round of breath. Use your exhale to squeeze your right butt cheek. And then release. Step your right foot through to go into your crescent lunge. Arms are gonna come up. Bend your right knee. Straighten out your left leg. Reach your fingertips high. Beautiful, everyone. Open up your chest. Left side hip flexors are opening up. Lift your chin. Take your thumbs to the back of your mat. Puff up your chest. Bend your right knee a little bit more now that you're looking toward the ceiling. Release. Plant your hands down for modified warrior 3. Fingertips are 6 inches in front of your right big toe. Sweep your left leg up. Your hips are square to the ground. Keep your hips and your left heel in one line. Go for the extension. So try to stamp the back wall with your left big toe. Release by going into your half moon. Peel your left hand up. That's the mood I'm in today, y'all. I'm sneaking in some balances. Keep your right hand under your shoulder. Start to flex your left toes. Excellent, Carol. Open up your chest. If you already feel balanced and you want to go further, you can bend your left knee, go into a bind. Grab your foot with your left hand. Open up your hip. Yes, busy. Now ground your right foot into the mat. Start to look up towards the ceiling and then kick your heel away from your hip. Awesome. Release. Bring your left hand down. Left foot is going to meet your right. So feet are together. Go into your halfway lift. As you exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands. You can step or jump back to chaturanga. If you're jumping back, land with your elbows bent. Open up your chest. Really good, Anna. Try to keep your elbows in a little bit more next time. And then go into your downward dog. Lift your hips. Ground your heels. Otherwise, really, really good form. Feel the back of your leg open, your chest into your thighs. And then on your inhale, lift up your left leg, bend your knee, get into your hips. 3 circles in both directions. Go at your own pace. Try to make these circles really big though, so that you can get into your inner thighs. And as always, work on that core activation, belly into spine. When you're done with your 6, give your left butt cheek a tight squeeze. Drive your right heel into the mat. Left side of your body is opening up. Everyone drop your left shoulder. Yes. Release. Step your left foot through. Crescent. Energize your hands up. Bend your left knee a lot. Straighten out your right leg. Awesome, everyone. Shoulders are stacked over your hips. Slightly tuck your tailbone. Drive your right heel to the back of your mat. Look up, lift your chin, open up your chest. And then release. Plant your hands down, modified warrior 3. Point your right toes to the back of your mat. Shoulders and hips are square to the ground. If you're feeling wobbly, intentionally dig your left heel into the floor. Do the same thing with your left big toe. And then notice how you've got a little bit more pressure on your mat when you engage your quads. Extend your right leg to the back of your mat. Squeeze your right butt cheek, hold it. And then release into your half moon. Open up to the right side of your mat. Left hand is going to stay under your shoulder. Peel your right hand up. Start to flex your right toes. And if you did it on the other side, play around with the bind. Be more intentional about digging your left big toe into the mat. This is a hip opener. If you are going into the bind, like you did before, you're kicking your heel away from your hip. Twist your spine, open your chest. Awesome. Release. Bring your right hand down. Right foot meets your left. Go into your halfway lift. As you exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step or jump back. Land with your elbows in tight. All right, let's see it, Anna. Shift forward, bend your elbows back. Yeah, exactly. You can bring your chest a little bit closer to the ground. All right, downward dog, bring your hips up. Really good, Carol. Drive your heels down to the mat, engage your quads. Now, as you look forward, bend your knees, walk, step, or jump to the top. Bring your feet all the way together. You know what this means, halfway lift. As you exhale, forward fold. On your inhale, sweep your arms up, sit low, go into your chair pose. I can't see you, Jen, but I know you're smiling over there. Squeeze your thighs together, roll the weight to your heels. Try to keep your biceps in line with your ears. Your eyes are towards the top of your mat. You've got it. Drop your head a little bit, Carol. I see the focus in your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Bring your thighs together, Selena, Carol. Yep. And then sit lower. Yes, Alicia, take a deep breath in. Sit lower, Busy. One more round of breath. Find your lowest seat. Squeeze your thighs together. Good. Straighten out your arms, Selena. You can do it. 3, 2, 1. Release. That's okay, Carrie. Drop your head down. Bend one knee at a time. Shake it out. Chair pose is not easy. And everyone doesn't love it and then also loves it at the same time. It's one of those love to hate postures. Drop your head down. Back of your neck is opening. Meet me in your halfway lift so that your spine lengthens. Roll the weight to your toes. As you exhale, hinge at your hips. Let's do it again. Sweep your arms up, sit really low. This is the last one. Energize your arms up. Pull your belly button into your spine. Core is tight. Squeeze your thighs together. There you go. All right, my crew in San Jose looking really good. Is it San Jose or Sacramento? Sacramento. Eyes forward. Look at yourself in the camera, Dario. Chin down. Yep, straighten out your arms. Everyone sit lower. Excellent release. Straighten out your legs. Drop your head down. Bend one knee at a time. Shake it out. Bring your left hand down to the ground underneath your face. Bend your left knee. Peel your right arm up. Energize your right fingertips to the ceiling. Keep your right wrist stacked over both of your shoulders. Straighten out your right leg. Dig your right heel into the ground. Find your deepest twist. So bring your right hand away from your midline. Release. Plant your right hand down. Bend your right knee. Straighten out your left. Peel your left hand up. Open up your chest. Twist your spine. So as you open up your chest, relax your shoulders. Send love to your left side hip. Engage your quads. Dig your left heel into the ground. And then release. Plant your hands down. Toe heel your feet. Mat width distance apart. And just like that, we're ready for Malasana. Drop your hips. Open up your chest. Open up your hips. Roll the weight to your heels. Bring your hands into prayer. Eyes are forward. And just giggle it out. I like it, Busy. As you dig your elbows into your knees, feel your inner thighs open up. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, visualize your hips dropping closer to the ground. And for Busy, we're all just gonna drop down to our booties. Roll onto your backs, happy baby. Rock from side to side. It looked fun, you know? And now our hips are super open. We're on our backs now. Does not mean class is ending. Don't get that excited. Try to bring your knees closer to the ground. Flex your feet so that your toes drop, your heels lift. Stop in the center if you're still rocking. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, drop your feet down. Keep your feet hip width distance apart. And from here, we're gonna go into bridge. Relax your shoulders on the mat. Place your hands down both sides of your body. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. Allow your hips to come up. Your chin and your chest are inching closer to each other. Just make sure you have a little bit of a gap so you can still breathe. Your hips are still elevated. Try to bring your cheeks a little closer to each other, so squeeze tight. And then from here, lift your heels. Inhale, drop them. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep your glutes tight. On your exhale, bring your heels all the way up. Your hips are nice and elevated from here. You're just gonna squeeze your cheeks together. Make these pulses so small and so slow. The back of your neck should be digging into the ground. Really good, guys. Keep your ankles stacked over your toes, your knees over your ankles. Make these pulses smaller than you want. You've got to carry. Excellent work. Imagine the tops of your feet are going to be parallel to the wall in front of you. You're down to your last 8 squeezes. 6, 5. Pull your belly into your spine for 3, 2, 1. Release. Drop your hips. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. We're doing all of this because Busy fell during our malasanas. Thank you. We're all plumping up our booties here. Oh, bye, Jen. Have a great day. From here, drop your feet back down. We're going to do one more round of bridges. Take your feet out a little bit wider, toes out, heels in. Knees are going to be over your ankles, and your toes are just hovering outside the edges of your mat. Bring your arms down both sides of your body. On your exhale, pull your belly into your spine, and then lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. As you inhale, drop your hips just down to a hover, about an inch off of the mat. On your exhale, dig your heels into the floor, squeeze. Bring your cheeks in, activate your core, belly into spine. Inhale, drop right to that hover. Inhale, exhale, lift. Cheeks are in, heels are digging into the mat. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, lift your heels. Inhale, drop them. Exhale, lift your heels. Inhale, drop them. 3 more. Lift, lower. 2 more. Lift. Inhale, lower. Your hips are still elevated and your cheeks are tight. Last one. Exhale, bring your heels and your hips up and then pulse from here. 20. Suck your stomach in. Exhale every time your hips come up. Try to bring your heels up a little bit more. Make sure your knees are still over your ankles. You're all doing great. Take your knees a little bit farther apart, Anna. Yes, there you go. Last 8, 7. Squeeze tighter for 6, 5, 4. In 3, just end with a hold. All right, everyone stay lifted. So your hips and your heels are high. If you're doing this right, you should be shaking. If not, squeeze a little bit tighter and bring your heels up. Anyone shaking? Hands up. 3. Good. 2, 1. Release. Bring your hips down. Knees to your chest. Rock from side to side. And then stop in the center. Start to roll forwards and backwards. Massage the entire length of your spine. Do this 3 times and then come up to your seat. Crisscross applesauce. Roll over onto your hands and your knees for tabletop. And just like that, we're back in action. Shake it out if you need. Drop your head down. And if you're already ready for it, go back into your downward dog. Straighten out your legs. Lift your hips. Ground your heels. Engage your quads. Bring your chest closer to your thighs. Open up the back and front side of your body. As you inhale, look forward, bend your knees, walk separate, jump to the top. Feet are together. Go into your halfway lift. As you exhale, forward fold, drop your head down, go into hands to feet pose. So try to get your forearms in line with your calves. It's a deep forward fold. This is going to feel really good after all those bridges. Hey, Dutchie, go in the crate. Thank you. Drop your head down to get your forehead closer to your shins. And then pull hard. So try to get, again, your forearms parallel to your calves. Feel your shoulder blades peel apart, but most importantly, your hamstrings open up. So bend your elbows behind your legs. Round your upper back. Send energy to your hips, your hamstrings. Roll the weight to your toes at the very end. And then release. Fingertips go in front of your toes, go into your halfway lift. As you exhale, hinge at your hips and then slowly roll up. Come up to standing. Let's do some balancing. We haven't done standing bow in a while. Go to the middle of your mat, stand with your arms down both sides of your body just to reset. Lengthen your spine, drop your shoulders away from your ears. I'm gonna turn to face y'all so you can see. You're gonna bend your right elbow at your waist. Your palm is facing up, and then drop your hand down, bend your knee, and then just grab your foot with your right hand. Awesome. Squeeze your knees together so that your hips are in one line. Wait for it. You think you know what we're going to do, Alicia. Drop your hand down. You got to wait. That's why you come to class, so that your teacher can tell you what to do, right? All right, now we do it. Bring your left hand up. Squeeze your bicep into your left ear. Engage your triceps. Reach your left hand up. Take a deep breath in and then kick and hinge at the same time. Keep your left big toe planted into the mat. Feel your spine twist. This is a hip opener, a shoulder, and a chest opener. Keep your left arm long and strong. You've got it. If you fall out, get right back into it. Try to keep your bicep in line with your ear, your chin away from your chest. Really good, Selena. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, squeeze your right butt cheek. Busy, drop your chest. Point your toes up like you're going to stamp the ceiling with your big toe. Now, Dawn, kick your heel away from your hip. Really good, Carrie. You've got it. Stay strong for 3, 2, 1, release. Drop your right foot and then your left hand down. Take a deep breath. Sigh it out. Standing bow is hard. It's not just balancing, it's also opening up multiple parts of your body. So if you're feeling wiped, that's why you take a little bit more time to relax in between the movements. We're going to do it again on the left side. Bend your left elbow, bend your knee, grab your foot. Start by squeezing your knees together. Thank you for waiting. You've got it. Bring your right hand up. Bring your bicep in line with your ear. Engage your triceps. Take a deep breath. Exhale, point your toes and kick. Drive your toes up. Feel your left quads stretch. Try to keep your knees as close to each other as you can or in line. Your hips should be flat and square to the ground. Bring your right hand up. Come back, Carol. You've got it. Yep, shake it off. Take a deep breath in. Dig your right big toe into the mat. Kick your heel away from your hip. Bring your eyes forward. Engage your right side quads. Kick your heel away from your hip. Open up your left shoulder. Try to hide it behind your right. One more round of breath. Get back into it, busy. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze, kick. I know that was a long round of breath. Good, release. Bring your left foot down. Right hand down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Then as you inhale, sweep your arms up. Cactus out your arms. Open up your chest. Lift your chin. So you've got those 90-degree angles with your elbows. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Puff up the front of your body. Squeeze your thighs and then release by bringing your arms behind your back. Squeeze your palms together. Drive your knuckles down to the ground. Exhale, hinge while keeping the grip. Release tension in your lower back and in your chest. Roll the weight to your toes so that your hips are in line with your heels. Straighten out your arms, engage your triceps, and really press your stomach into your thighs. Release. Plant your hands down, and then walk them to the top of your mat for plank. So separate your feet to bring them hip width distance apart. All right. I'm going to add in a little bit of an ab exercise. So with your feet hip width distance apart, as you inhale, drop your heels to one side. So let's start with the right. Drop your heels to the right. Open up the left side of your body. Keep your shoulders square to the ground. Good. Exhale, come back to the center. And then inhale, go in the opposite direction. So heels to the left. Your shoulders should stay right over your wrists. Exhale, back to the middle. Inhale, heels to the right. Exhale, back in the middle. And then go back and forth. Go at your own pace. I'm going to come out of this so that I can watch y'all. Looks really good. Exactly. So you want to watch your shoulder alignment. And then Dawn, drop your hips just a little bit so that they're in line exactly with your shoulders. All right, now you're going to feel a deeper twist. Really good, Alicia. Shift your shoulders forward just a little bit more so that they're right in line with your wrists. Yep. And then take your feet just a little bit farther apart. That way you can drop your heels closer to the mat. You feeling it now? A little differently? Good. All right, 10 more seconds. You've got it. 5 more to go. 2, 1. Stay in your plank. Pull your belly button into your spine. Drive your heels to the back of your mat. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, bring your hips up, downward dog. And then look forward, bend your knees. Walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat with your feet outside your hands. Malasana for a second time. I'm going to call this the busy transition. We're going to go from Malasana back into happy baby, but wait for it for a second. Start to rock from side to side. This is a hip opening class, right? So try to get into your inner thighs. Again, go for that visualization with your hips dropping. Put more pressure on your inner thighs. with your elbows. And then lean back, Anna, lean back, Carol. Bring your heart towards your thumbs. Lengthen through the crown of your head. If you're still rocking, stop in the middle. All right, release by dropping down to your booty. Ooh, go into your happy baby, grab the outsides of your feet. So much fun. Thank you, Busy, for the inspiration. Keep your ankles over your knees, flex your toes, press the back of your neck into the ground. From here, we're gonna go into a little bit of twisting fun. Cross your right thigh over your left. Keep your feet flexed. Try to pull your ankles away from each other while keeping your hips rooted. So right thigh is gonna cross over your left. Exactly. And not only are you peeling them apart, feel what happens as you bring your heels closer to the mat. This is mostly for your right side hip. We're gonna switch sides eventually. Press the back of your neck into the ground. Awesome work. Stay for one more cycle of breath. And then release, switch sides. Left thigh crosses over your right. Keep your feet flexed. You're either grabbing your ankles, your shins are totally cool too. But the most important thing here is keeping your hips rooted, and you're bringing your ankles far away from each other so that you can get into your left side hip. Press the back of your neck into the ground. Try to bring your heels closer to the mat now to deepen that stretch. One more cycle. Release, uncross, straighten out your legs, point and flex your toes, or legs up the wall. Your ankles are gonna stack over your hips as you point and flex. Start to open up your hammies, your shins. You can stay here. Plow is in your practice, go into it. If you want a reminder of what plow looks like, take a look at me before you go into the movements. Your arms are gonna stay down both sides of your body. Your exhale is gonna bring your hips up. And then you're gonna plop your feet down up and over your head, or getting your feet to touch the floor isn't necessarily what you have to do. As long as you're feeling your spine lengthen, you're doing it right. That's what you're doing. So placing your hands on your hips is a great way to give your body some extra support. Bring your chest closer to your chin. I'm gonna come out of it so I can watch y'all. All right, looks really good. Now, Anna, bring your hands closer to each other so that your wrists are in line with your shoulders. Good. Now, as you press your hands into the floor, try to bring your hips in line with your shoulders. Nice focus over there, Busy. You two, Carrie, bend your knees just a little bit so that you can relax your quads. Bend your knees, yeah. Relax your arms on both sides of your body. If you're just hanging out and legs up the wall, try to keep your upper body relaxed. Awesome. If you are in your plow, you have a couple more seconds, but come out of it really slowly so that you can challenge your core. If you're in legs up the wall, do the same thing, move down with your breath. Yes. Best form award goes to Dawn. Good. All right, when you bring your legs all the way back down, we're gonna go into wind removing pose. So when your legs are fully extended to the top of your mat, as you inhale, bend your right knee. Sorry, y'all, I was waiting for Dawn. She's making the most dramatic exit out of her plow. Bring your right knee to your right shoulder, pull away from your rib cage. Right side hip is getting super open. We're already experiencing open hips here. So final hurrah. Bring your elbows into your midline, press the back of your neck into the ground. Go into your spine twist. Right knee goes to the left side of your mat. Extend your right arm out to a T shape. As we go into this twist, I'm realizing I could have used a little bit more of this in class today. So we're gonna hang out here for a few rounds of breath. Turn your head to the right. Get your chin to touch your right shoulder. And allow your right shoulder to rest on the mat so that your chest can open up, as well as the right side of your body, your right side hip. If you want more, you can bend your left knee, grab your foot with your right hand so you can stretch your left side quads as you get into your lower back and your chest. Multitasking at its finest. Stay for 2 rounds of breath. and then release. Ah. Let go of the bind if you went into that quad stretch. Roll onto your back, straighten out your right leg, go to the other side, bend your left knee. Keep your hips flat on the floor as you go into this setup. Bring your knee away from your rib cage. Pull your knee hard. Keep your elbows in tight. Inhale. And then on your exhale, bring your left knee to the right side of your mat. The spine twist feels so good. Walk your left hand farther away from your midline to open up your chest. Place your right hand on your left knee to guide it closer to the ground, getting into your lower back. Send love to any areas that you feel like need it. Only you know the answer to that. For me today, it's my lower back. If you did it on the other side, you're going to bend your right knee so that you can get into your quad stretch. Allow your chest to open up to the ceiling. Keep both of your shoulders supported by the ground. Your eyes are up. Your neck is long. And then release. Let go of your quad stretch. Roll onto your back and then straighten out your legs. Go right into your final Savasana. That flew by so fast. It does. It goes by fast when you have fun, right? And I have that Malasana to happy baby to give credit for the fun that we had today. As you go into this final Savasana, always remember you are welcome to make your practice your own. So if there's anything that you wish that we got into today, treat yourself to that special posture so that you can rest easy, knowing that you gave your body everything that it needed. But your final Savasana is the best part of your practice. So take time here to just settle onto your mat, close your eyes. While I remind you that being relaxed isn't just physical stillness, it starts with the intention. So think about your mind being clear, and it will happen. When your mind is clear, the rest of your body automatically slows down. What helps me when I go into my Savasanas is scanning my body from head to toe. So feel your forehead become light. A lot of us carry tension there, wrinkling our foreheads. Feel those wrinkles dissolve. Allow your eyelids to be light. Separate your teeth so that your jawline can relax. And as your shoulder blades press into the ground, feel your chest open up to the ceiling. Your stomach is rising and falling because that's what it does when you breathe. Your quads worked in overtime today, so give them a break. Release tension from your hips. Feel your glutes just connect to the ground, and your toes are just splaying apart in opposite directions. If you have extra time to lay in your Savasana today, please feel free to stay here just like this. It's Friday. I know you're all excited about the weekend, but you got to find balance. And since you're already comfortable in your final Savasanas just like this, treat yourself to this break. I'll stop talking for just a little bit longer. But if you are ready to come back up, make your way into crisscross applesauce. My friends who are still in their savasanas, please enjoy. Most of you are up in your crisscross applesauce now. Just take a moment here to just bow inward. So just bring your chin into your chest. Back of your neck is opening up. Take a moment here to reflect on this new version of yourself that you have created by committing to 45 minutes of uninterrupted strengthening, stretching, and soul searching. That's what we do when we're on our mats. When you're ready, lift your head, bring your hands right up to your heart. And as you lay here and as you feel your heart beat for you, I'm doing the same. And I'm so grateful that we got this time together today. Thank you for allowing me to guide you and for allowing me to tap into your energy virtually. From the bottom of my grateful heart to yours, the light in me is so grateful for the light in all of you. Namaste. Thank you so much, friends. Happy Friday. Ah, what a delight. I hope you're all feeling yummy. That was, in my opinion, a delicious balance of fun. Thank you, busy again and again and again. And also a nice balance with some chill time. Thank you again for your energy. I will see you hopefully tomorrow with Zoo Yoga. If not, I'll see you all on Monday.
Thank you so
Have
much.
a good weekend. It looks like you guys want to take a selfie. Yeah? Is that a yeah? Let's do it. Mel, thank you, busy.
My dogs.
The dogs? Here we go.
They're laying.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, Mel. Hi, Sam. All right, y'all. Thank you. Have a good
Thank you so
weekend.
much. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Dario.
Bye.
Kiss, kiss.
Bye.
Bye, Don.